Creating live broadcast. There we go. Things okay. That's the wrong one. Okay, I think we're live.
You think we're live?
I believe so. I'm going to check my YouTube notifications to double check.
Yes, of course. It's gonna be really awkward if we actually are live.
Oh, please, no one's watching Us Is Us. Okay, I think we're live. Yeah, we're live.
We are live.
Check my YouTube. Although it's a delay, but at that point it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm hearing repeats of everything we're saying. It's kind of hilarious.
I'm sure that'll be fun for the playback. I'll just cut that part out.
Anyways, welcome to the AceJimL8 Podcast. I'm Ace, the smart one. He's Jim, the funny one, and you're all elated. Yeah, okay. So, we're playing Spark the Electric Jester 3 because, well, technically speaking, it did get the most views out of all the clips that we had when we discussed it.
Well, even more than the if men disappeared one?
Okay, well, yes, that one got more, but there's no video game for that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay. So we got some stuff we can talk about, and we're going to play Spark the Electric Jester on something I just realized existed, Hardcore Jester.
I'm sure we won't even get past level 1.
I'll probably get past
Hardcore Jester is just a tutorial of the Cuphead.
Tutorial Cuphead. Oh man, you know what? That's a good discussion topic. We should talk about the fact that critics kind of suck at everything.
Oh, only kind of? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I know, kind of. Like, you know, Doug Walker's doesn't suck at everything, but he kind of sucks.
He only mostly sucks, but it's fun for the memes.
Yeah. Ooh, hold up. You know what? It's a funny thing. I'm pretty sure the music is maybe turned off.
Possibly.
Possibly. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out.
We'll find out when we set the stage in his awkward silence.
Well, no, it's not the... Yeah, it is the music. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to change the options real quick. Yeah.
The options turned all the way down, but the sound effects are at maximum.
All right. Is this a good sound? You tell me. You're the one listening.
I can't tell because I can't hear anything at the moment. I can hear the music now.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to turn it down 1. Is that good?
Yeah, I can hear it now.
All right. Good. Now that's good talking volume and good music volume.
Yes. Now, as you were saying, the critics utterly suck.
Yeah. Kind of like Osiris.
Look, there's a yeah, go on.
Do you remember what, like, Osiris, like, all the stupid shit he used to say?
All the petty stuff? Yes, I remember it so well. You did everything I asked you to do, but you didn't do it the way I wanted you to do it, so you suck.
Exactly. I mean, he used to criticize the stuff I did all the time, but he would never actually tell me what I could do to make it right.
Yeah. I'll criticize your writing all day long, but I'm not gonna do anything. But I'm not gonna do anything better about it. Like, I'm not gonna show you how to properly do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you the way I want it done. You just gotta figure that part out. I'm just gonna tell you that your current stuff sucks.
I'm gonna let you write my character's backstory for me. Oh wait, no, that one was me.
Okay, in fairness, Vorin was already kind of set up as a hilarious character.
Yes, but that's another thing entirely.
Additionally, I did consider making Dan the main protagonist of that whole series, but that felt like it was too self-centered, yes. And two, I don't really like being the good guy.
We can tell, given that you're every villain ever, but
yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the thing I wanted to talk about. And here's my boy Spark.
Yes, don't worry, guys. This is not a secret racing game in disguise.
Although the guy who created it, Lake Feppard, actually, from what I heard, he actually created that entire section, the car sections, with the purpose of making a racing game.
Oh, it makes sense. Show off that you can do it.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't think he can yet.
No, unfortunately, I don't think so.
What emphasis on yet? Big emphasis on yet. All that really needs to happen is a few tweaks with his steering.
Yeah.
But back onto the subject of villains, I think there's quite a few different villains that can be done well. In my personal opinion, there's 3 like actually good types of villains. I call them good villains, bad villains, and utterly chaotic villains.
Okay.
Basically, a good villain is a hero that's misguided, kind of like Thanos.
The hero of someone else's story.
Well, I guess no, hero of their own story.
Yeah.
They are technically their own protagonist.
But we're all the heroes of our own stories.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I bring it back to Thanos. He believed he was doing the right thing.
He was just terribly wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong. I mean, one thing to note about Thanos is that he was basing his like whole half of all universe thing off of his own species, and his own species lived for, I believe, thousands of years.
Yes. And ate up all their resources, I think.
Yeah, because they just didn't die.
Why won't you die?
Because it's in our species to not die.
Where did you even get that from? Was it like in the movie, or was it like some behind the scenes fact? I don't remember that being stated, but I don't remember a lot.
Wait, why won't you die?
No, the backstory of Thanos and his people living for thousands of years and all that.
Oh, I could have sworn it was in the comics, maybe?
Maybe. Well, then again, where's Lady Death?
Yeah. You know, that's the thing. The comics Thanos was more on the chaotic side of villainy. Actually, no.
He did all this to try to get laid.
No, actually, you know what? He was actually kind of a bad villain. He was like, and when I say bad, I don't mean written poorly. What I mean is that they are actually a bad person.
Yes, a villain.
Right, but there's a thing about those that people seem to always mess up whenever they write. Well, not always, but quite often that I see is that when they write a bad villain, they try to empathize that. They try to make that villain empathetic, even though they're not really supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like an empathetic villain would be the Thanos from the movies. A non-empathetic villain would be the one from the comics.
I see.
See, he's doing it for entirely selfish reasons, and it's not just like selfish reasons is the main focus here. But I think the main takeaway is, if you ever done psychology, there's people called narcissists.
Yes, I recall.
And basically, those people will disguise them, like they will view themselves as the hero of their own story, but in a warped way that doesn't actually, it's not actually, they're not good.
No.
They just believe that they're good. There's nothing redeemable about them. Kind of like all that matters to them is the perception that they're good.
Yes.
Now, the comic book Thanos did it a little bit better in that they made him more like a simp.
Mm-hmm.
And thus, they kind of bypassed that.
Yes.
So I guess, so it's not quite the same. But I guess a really great example of this would be Mine from Rising of the Shield Hero.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the bitch.
Right. That is technically literally her name now.
Yes.
I'm gonna let this play out. I'm not really gonna read over it. But essentially, if you notice the way that she talks, she only really seems to care about how other people view her.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't really seem to actually, like, the shield hero is something of an afterthought, and it just feels like he is something that she can use to make herself look better to everybody else. By pushing him down, she pushes herself up.
Yep, and that's basically how we're introduced to her as.
Yeah, in a sense. I know a lot of people don't really like that writing of a character, but Personally, I'm kind of iffy about it. I mean, a narcissistic character, a narcissistic villain, is one that's so hard to write, as I can definitely attribute, because I mean, I don't think any of my villains are narcissistic that I've written. I think I've written what, like 7 different ones?
Yeah.
Let me see which.
Well, you're not a narcissist, so it's kind of hard for you to get in the head of a narcissist.
Well, no, I mean, I think we all have narcissistic tendencies.
Yes, but we all have optimistic tendencies and whatnot.
Well, you said optimistic like a pessimist, or
No,
I'm confused what you mean by that.
Optimism is in looking on the bright side.
Right, but
I don't know.
I'm a little confused of what you mean by that.
We all have narcissistic sides, doesn't make us a narcissist. Just like having optimistic sides doesn't make you an optimist automatically.
Oh, I see. I'm only stopping here because I really love this line. I hate that faker.
Still my looks.
Yeah, it's totally not a Sonic ripoff, but okay, let's be real. Spark is not a Sonic ripoff.
No.
He is his own IP.
It was just heavily inspired from it.
Just heavily inspired, which there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think it is difficult to write something that you're not, especially when with me, whenever I write a villain, or as opposed to a hero, I typically see myself as said villain.
Which is why you try to destroy the world as much as possible.
Listen, there's a perfectly logical explanation as to why I want to destroy all life in the universe.
Go on.
It's just really complicated.
It's not that, or it's just not that complicated. You just look at the news report and be like, you know what? Fuck humanity.
I mean, spend an hour in traffic and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about.
I would rather spend an hour in traffic than 5 minutes on Twitter.
I mean, if we're being fair, yeah,
even,
that is
even
100%.
post Elon. Although post Elon, you might actually be able to make the 5 minutes.
Yeah, you might be able to spend it just because you see everyone freaking out over like just the dumbest stuff. Kind of reminds me of early Twitter when everyone was just freaking out.
Oop. Yep. Early Twitter when everyone was freaking out. Okay, yeah.
You know, here's something that Sonic can't do.
Air
Can't do a
dash.
spin dash in the air.
Nobody can air dash. Shut up.
But that's okay. But he can't stop midair.
No, he can't. Unless you consider, except he can in Frontiers with the counters.
Okay, but in fairness, this came out first.
Yes, I will grant you that one. Counters in Frontiers are so fucking broken. I stay in the air for like 8 seconds straight. Those jump rope challenges are nothing. But anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You played Frontiers recently, didn't you?
Yes, I've gone up to the world with the night boss, and then I hit a snag because it's like, please now jump over this 30-story crevice. It's like, I can't.
Have you considered doing the drop dash, or no, not the drop dash, the bounce? Because they brought that back.
I can't. The gap is too big. I need to use a rail, but I gotta find the rail first. It's the size of the Grand Canyon.
Just do the infinite air dash glitch.
I didn't. No, that's like using the infinite jump in Sonic Boom.
No, it's not. It actually requires skill.
Well, I don't have skill.
Well, then you're screwed, man.
Exactly. Anyway.
You know what? Eggman's a perfect example of an empathetic villain, a good villain. Like he feels like a good guy half the time.
Sometimes.
I mean, if we're being real, at least he. Okay, actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? He is a chaotic villain that turned into a good villain. And I forgot to mention the third one, chaotic villain. And that's like the old Disney style of villain, like I guess Maleficent or something. They're just evil for the sake of being evil, but they love being evil.
Which is fun in its own right.
True.
Now you face me, O Prince, and all the powers of hell.
Wait, what's that from?
Maleficent.
Oh. Well, no, now I just feel like an idiot.
Anyway.
But if you ever actually look at it, a lot of the older Disney villains were just evil for the sake of being evil.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because...
It's better than the twist villains we got now.
Yeah. At least it made sense back then.
Yes.
Like, they were just evil because it's just so fun to be evil.
Which it is, to be fair.
And they enjoy every second of it.
Yes.
Now, that thing can't really work outside of in a mature sort of media, and that's the problem with, I think, most of the at least Disney probably realized that it can't really work in a live action setting with mature audience targets.
Which is another reason why either live action was a bad idea, but that's not the topic.
Right. The topic is villains, and I think if you are going to have a pure diabolical villain, then you can't really try to make them like add logic to it. You can't do that.
True. Your greatest enemy in that regard would be logic, ironically.
Yeah, I mean, what's the logic behind I don't know, Jafar being so terrible? Where's his justification?
He wants to be Sultan.
Yeah. But why? It makes no sense. Why would someone want to do something so evil?
Why would someone want to be the king? I don't know. Why did Scar?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I mean, to be fair, that is a good point. But in other fairness, yeah, it's not like, you know, it is something slightly relatable. But let's be fair, no one would do that normally. And no normal person would do that. No,
they wouldn't. No, I don't think in that regard. Although they might try to get an all-powerful genie, all the same.
Yeah, I think anybody would want a genie.
Yes.
But if
give me 3 wishes, take all my problems away, please.
You know, Aladdin really could have just gotten. He could have gotten away with it if he just did one thing, basically. Give me a sec.
Give the lamp to Jasmine.
No. Actually, you know what? Aladdin technically could have gotten whatever he wanted if he just asked for SCP-4001.
Oh God! Why the red room?
Wait, is that what it is? No, that's
3001.
I think it's 3999, isn't it?
Or 3001. It's okay. I think of the wrong thing. Okay, what's 4001?
It's Alexandria Eternal.
The library. Oh.
Yeah, it's a library full of books that whatever you write in it about yourself becomes true.
I am God. Oh.
I am a prince.
And it still only gives you the appearance of the prince. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, so did the genie, if we're being fair.
I can't. Yeah. Wait.
I said, so did the genie, if we're being fair.
I know. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh.
Oh look, homing attack chains.
You know what? That makes me feel a little bit sad. Robin Williams is dead still.
Yeah, he's not. Yes, Ace, he is still dead. Unfortunately, we haven't found the edit undo button on life yet.
I mean, I thought we did with Walt Disney.
Just remind of a freaking.
Isn't his head frozen somewhere?
Yeah, probably, that's the theory. I just remind of a Lewis Black quote: "The good die young, but pricks live forever."
That is so true.
Yes.
They really. That is. Oh, gosh, that's depressing. Well, anyway, on to more depressing stuff. You recently watched SMG4, right? The entire anime arc.
Yeah, I just finished the anime arc. I'm looking into and I'm getting requests to do the movies next.
You know, Francis is a great example, I would think, of a bad villain. A villain that's just like that's not evil for the sake of being evil, but they are just a narcissistic, selfish person.
Yes, they want all the anime for themselves.
Right, and he doesn't care who he hurts to get that.
Doesn't care who he kills to get that.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. I mean, spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't watched it, but like if you haven't watched it at this point, you're probably not going to. yeah, he pretty much just killed Dusty and then laughed about it because he got his anime waifus.
He got all he could ever need, and that's why we took his. Well, we didn't take his life, but he's stuck.
We should have.
Yeah, but then we'd be no better than him. So we're gonna torture him for all eternity, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, if we're being fair, yeah, that technically does make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. After all, you are against the death penalty, but torture for all eternity, I can get down with that.
That does sound pretty nice. Actually, maybe that's what we should do instead.
Well, we don't have a way to. We don't have access to a shadow realm yet, so killing is the next best thing.
We should get a shadow realm.
I buy the null void off of Ben 10. But yeah.
But
Francis
no,
is a bastard and deserved everything he had coming to him.
Yeah, and more.
Yeah. From his.
But like,
you go on.
Slight side note: I don't actually believe in the death penalty. I don't think you do either. I don't think anyone with a conscience does.
It's a case by case basis.
I don't know. I just don't like. There's a problem with
Did Hitler deserve to die?
No, I don't think so.
That's your opinion.
Like, here's the thing. I think two things. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption, and vice versa. And also, additionally, if they don't want to redeem themselves, then they deserve to be tortured until they die. They are not allowed to die until they've made things up in one way or another.
It just makes it sound like we're becoming God at that point, deciding when you die and only when you get to I don't know, repent.
Well, no, I mean, like, it's not. We're not deciding when someone dies. We're basically saying, hey, fix this problem in one way or another. You're either going to make up for it with good, or you're going to make up for it with pain.
That's what the idea of prison.
Yeah, except prison is not really quite the same as it used to be.
Well, that's because no one goes to it anymore.
Well, yeah.
But
yes.
But anyway, off topic completely.
That was completely off topic. We were talking about SMG4
and villains.
Honestly, I think Francis should be locked up and tortured for all eternity. But that's just me.
I mean, essentially, he is doing what the frig Psycho did to him.
Wait, what?
Given that Psycho put him in some tube thing where he was apparently in great pain.
Oh right. I kind of forgot about that, honestly.
That's fine. It's a minor detail that happens in the background. Then you're still kind of focused on literally everything else happening.
True. Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. Where would you rate? You've seen 3 of the arcs now, right?
Yes.
So, out of all the 3, which one was your favorite so far?
I guess so far the Waluigi one, just because it seemed like the most consistent story. Like, I like the anime arc, but it just feels like it finishes halfway through, but keeps going and finds a second arc in it.
Yeah, it felt like it should have ended after Peach let them all come back, and then they start a new thing with Francis.
I don't disagree with it. I just feel like it shouldn't be the same arc.
Yeah, it should have been 2 separate arcs.
Yeah. Anime arc part 1, anime arc part 2. Anime arc, and then the Francis arc.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah, the poor Namek and Frieza's arc on us.
The Frieza arc. Oh yeah, Goku was even in that one though.
Yeah, right. Frieza, the only villain to have an entire movie box collection just to himself. It's frickin' orange box sets.
Well, at least it wasn't the jockstrap incident.
Oh god, was that why it's orange? Anyway, yeah. I mean,
I'll let it know when you die again.
So far, the least favorite, I guess, has been the Rapper Bob arc. But that still had some freaking highlights in it. Like the weakest one of them all is still pretty okay. It's still pretty good. You can't convince.
It's okay, but
Mario in the well is fucking hysterical, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Wait, what was that?
Mario in the well is hysterical, and you can't convince me otherwise. Everyone trying to get Fishy out of that freaking well, and everything failing.
That was quite hilarious. That was very hilarious.
Oh god. They flood the thing with water and he's still stuck at the bottom.
He can't swim.
Oh god.
That's probably that is very hilarious. Probably the best part.
Yeah. And then ironically, the anime arc.
What I find hilarious about the Rapper Bob arc is that you have the best character of SMG4, most likely the best character at least.
He's one of the biggest fan favorites.
Yeah, and yet for some reason, the arc was probably the least memorable or enjoyable out of all of them, and it was about him.
I think that's because Bob works better as a side character than he does as a main character.
True. It's like I said previously in one of the other streams that comedy, when it comes to like certain characters, a lot of the stuff that happens without being seen and being left to the imagination is a lot more funny.
Yes. Where the hell did Chris and where did Chris and Bob get that tank from? Don't need to explain that.
Yeah, it's like an abridged series. It's what they say that happened off screen that makes you question everything about what happened off screen.
SMG4, you asshole! I could have gotten a boo boo. If you would have killed me, I would have never spoken to you again.
Probably my favorite line from Bob is when he's watching memes with Mario and he says, "Finally, a relatable meme about hiding a body."
Oh god. Ironically, some of Bob's best content is in the arc after he's the main antagonist. Yeah. I don't know what to do next. I think you're meant to push the boat.
Wait, what?
It's when he's at the freaking funeral thing where Meggy's crying like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now that Dusty's gone. I think you're meant to push the boat.
Oh yeah, that was so... He's so insensitive, but also that's so relatable.
I'm great at picking up chicks.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it's still a fun time. I'm looking forward to the YouTube arc next, which I thought was the most recent arc, unless one has started in the meantime.
Right. Yeah. I mean, technically speaking, they also had 2 movies during the whole SMG4 thing. I don't know when you're really going to be able to watch one of them because it's kind of just it's not really determined where it's at in the timeline.
Yeah. I'll be checking out the Meggy one at the very least. That one I can confirm. I don't know when that is in the timeline, but I guess it'll just be like as an epilogue to the arc.
I'm still just surprised that you still haven't seen Best Girl Melanie yet.
I know, right? I was sure she was gonna come in the anime arc because I'm like, okay, this is where Meggy gets the redesign, so here's where Melanie can get her redesign. Nope.
Well, I mean, no. Melanie's original design hasn't even been introduced yet.
The character hasn't even been introduced yet. I don't even know.
Right. I think she comes in the next arc.
Maybe.
But the funny thing about Melanie is she's not technically an anime girl.
Well, of course not. She's a fruit.
I don't mean a homosexual. I mean an actual walking talking.
Melanie.
Eggplant.
Thank you so much for explaining all this to me. Unfortunately, I'm really fucking stupid, and you're going to explain all that again. I still don't know that clip you sent me.
Yeah, that was a pretty good clip.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm really stupid, and unfortunately, you're going to have to explain the whole thing to me again.
Me sometimes.
That's probably one of the most relatable things from school.
Yeah.
There was always that one moment where you just felt completely stupid and had no idea what was going on.
Yes. I can't confirm.
For me, what I find hilarious, actually, I had that happen to me in high school. I had absolutely... I was perfect in algebra.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get a single question wrong. I got literally all A's up until we started learning about line graphs, and then immediately, specifically for line graphs only, I got F's.
Oh, Christ.
And everyone else that wasn't doing so well immediately got A's in that one, and they're like, "What the heck just happened here?"
Yeah, I don't know. I've been like that in one of my math classes where it's like I was doing great in literally everything, and then we got into this one equation that I don't remember the name of because I promised myself I'd never speak its name again. I'm like, why is it that this one's the one that trips me up? How am I supposed to do this? You're supposed to answer it this way. I can answer it this way. No, answer it this way. God, Common Core.
You know, probably one of the most annoying things about school is that they force you to show your work.
I don't mind that. I don't mind the fact that they force you to show your work. I just get a problem with be like, no, you didn't answer the question correctly the way we wanted you to. Like, fuck you, I answered the question.
Yeah, I mean, we did in fact answer the question, and we answered it correctly, but because we didn't show what we did, because we didn't feel like writing everything out because our hands hurt, therefore, you fail.
Well, some of the freaking explain your work thing is still one that pisses me off because I just remember seeing one in piece of paper. It's like, hey, how do you get this answer? It's like, how do you get to 4 or something like that out of these answers? Like, hey, you get 3 plus 5. Wrong. It's 5 plus 3. You fail. It's like, what?
You know, it does remind me a little bit. Actually, you know, there is a good question to be asked about this. If we're supposed to show our work,
yes,
for the sake of showing that we know how to do the problem correctly. So, if that's the case, then why do we have to do it 15 different times in different ways?
To prove that you really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but wouldn't all those 15 other examples that we didn't get wrong prove that we know how to do it the right way?
Nope, I didn't see it, so it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's like that one Dr. Seuss movie with Carol Burnett in it.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
The one that the Jim Carrey one that wasn't the Grinch.
I don't know.
It was one where he's the elephant.
The elephant. Oh, Horton Hears a Who.
Oh, okay, right. The one that didn't suck. That's right. That's
the one that didn't suck, but no one remembers.
Well, maybe it's why they don't remember it because it doesn't suck.
The only reason they remember the Grinch Illumination one existed because they think of the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Actually, you know what? Another server I'm in actually recently watched the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Oh, really? What was it? That was a mistake.
It was actually hilarious. Because we watched it ironically, obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're not going to go in expecting a good movie. But Though that movie does have some oddly relatable lines looking back, just like what was it? Dinner with myself at 5:30. I can't cancel that again.
Gosh, wallow in my self-pity.
Yeah. You're an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Other way around.
Something like that.
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
Yeah, how did that work?
My only explanation is that the wall is actually alive, and it was just telling him that he was an idiot.
In the world of Dr. Seuss, it is entirely plausible.
If we're all being fair, they are all literally microscopic human beings.
Yes, because Horton Hears who makes a canon that that the Whovians are microscopic.
But you know what doesn't make a whole lot of sense?
What?
I hate to bring up physics, but if any like humanoid creature was actually that small, they'd all freeze to death in a matter of seconds.
Well, yes, but we're not going for realism here. Dr. Seuss is not a realistic story.
Yes, I know. But I think it's more funny to say that Dr. Seuss literally breaks the laws of physics.
It is funnier to be like what Dr. Seuss got wrong about science. Like he was trying to be right about science. It's like, is the world of Dr. Seuss flat? Who was asking?
Yeah. You know what? I guarantee you I'm going to lose this fight.
Probably.
That's the thing I love about Spark 3. It actually allows you to lose a fight and continue on. Like this, if you lose this fight or win this fight, it will slightly vary what happens afterwards.
I remember seeing you fight this guy, so yeah.
Shit.
And that's what makes this guy a chaotic antagonist. Jeez, you were getting your butt kicked.
Oh yeah, I didn't even do I only did what?
I think you might
2%.
I think you might have sneezed in his general direction.
What's funny is that this guy is actually from the second game.
Spoilers.
And during your first, well, it's not really a spoiler, but during your first encounter with him, you kick his ass.
Huh.
Like it's not even funny how easily you kick his ass.
How about that? And now he kicked yours.
Oh, and by the way, this game actually explored the backstory of the villain of the last 2 games.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that being Freum. He's dead right now, but they decided to go into his backstory right here.
Where else? I couldn't find anywhere else to squeeze it in, so frig it. We're putting it here.
I mean, in fairness, it's kind of it was kind of hinted at during the second game. When he basically told Fark that he was technically Fark's father.
And yes, the character's name is Fark. That's not us being mean.
Yeah, the actual character is... Well, technically speaking, it's not his real name. His real name is Unit 2, but he doesn't like that name, so he calls himself Fark.
He told his own name to go Fark itself. And then was like, hey, wait, that sounds pretty cool.
Right, and basically here we're learning about Freum's backstory and also Fark's mother.
We'll call her Sage.
We'll call her Psychopath, because she literally, she's a genocidal maniac who wants to kill all life.
Oh, you too? I see how they became a couple.
Well, actually, okay, so basically what's being explained here is that I'm just going to explain the whole thing, basically. Freum, I'm not going to explain the ending of this game, but I'm going to explain all the backstory stuff that we're learning about here is Freum has been trying to kill all humans for the last 2 games. And then we realize during these little flashback cutscenes that the reason he's doing that is because Unity, the girl robot, wanted to kill all life. And she also viewed robots as life. So Freum's like, let me see. I have 2 options here. I let her kill all of us, or I just kill the humans and let the robots live on.
Makes sense. Except not, but eh.
Also, he was apparently in love with Unity, and she was also in love with him, but not really. She was just kind of not, but also yes, she was, because there's some messed up backstory about the fact that she literally programmed Fark to kill Freum.
Well, then I don't know. Yeah. It's best.
She
was just playing hard to get.
Yeah, she was just playing hard to get. Look at that innocent smile. I mean, who could ever, assume that thing wanted to kill all life? And replace it with robotic clones.
How silly. But anyway, probably move on.
Yeah, sorry. I got completely off topic. We were talking about SMG4, right?
Yeah, we were, but I guess we were pretty much done with that anyway.
I mean, I guess.
Unless you had anything else you wanted to say.
Well, I mean, oh yeah, that's right. No, we were talking about school, weren't we?
Right, because we were talking about because we're talking about Melanie, and then we talked about how the Common Core system sucks, and then school.
I think my favorite joke. You know what? I kind of want to go back to Melanie. I think my favorite joke about Melanie is that everyone treats her like as a melon. Everyone treats her like the perfect human being.
Yeah, this is what the pinnacle of the human body looks like. You may not like it, but
it reminds me of a moment where she and a couple other people were interacting with SMG3.
Oh God!
And yeah, and she says, or no, SMG3 says, "Oh my gosh, you're all so stupid. Every one of you sucks at what you do." And then he turns and says, "Except for you, Melanie, you're doing great." And she just Like the melon just falls over.
Yeah, spill a carton of milk. Freaking idiots! Everyone's an idiot in this show.
Yep, everybody really is just so stupid. What's hilarious is that she's technically supposed to be not Melanie, Maggie's opposite.
Why she turned into a melon? Ugh.
The reason being that it has headphones, like Maggie does.
That's it? That's the only reason?
Yes.
God, this universe is so dumb.
But it's also hilarious.
Yes, it is. Imagine living in a world where the joke took priority over the logic. The human race would not have survived as long as it did. Well, okay, actually, I think if it's based on stupidity, no, the human race would be just fine.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, I love the physics of this game. Just throwing that out there. I really love the physics of this game. Everybody else, please buy this game. Just play it for yourself. It's amazing. Sorry, I have missed wall jumping from a Sonic game for so long. And this game not only brought wall jumping in, but they also made it really smooth.
Yep. Just like Sonic Lost World.
I think, when was the last time a Sonic actually did have wall jumps?
Lost World. At least running, running alongside the wall, at least.
No, it's not quite the same thing, because this guy can jump back and forth, not just run along the side of it.
Frontiers has a few sections. It's very situational.
Those are all 2D, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know the exact time. Okay, I didn't have this all down to a T.
I could have sworn like the last time they were able to do like the triangle jump was Shadow the Hedgehog.
Probably.
Also, someone actually did a physics test with Sonic Frontiers. Apparently, Sonic is able to do loop-de-loops around, like around in a circle.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's able to run in a loop, but there just aren't actually any loops in the game.
Huh. Maybe that's something for the DLC to add. A loop-de-loop.
Yeah. An entire DLC for specifically just adding a loop-de-loop, and that's it.
Worth it!
That was definitely worth $8.
What are you talking about? It's free, but how much is it? What are you selling?
I know. I just wanted to say that because it'd be hilarious.
I know. I'm just thinking of the Simpsons videos too. Like, it's free, but what is it? How much is he selling it for? Free, yes, but how much is it? Or something like that. If something is free, if something is free, then you are the product.
Yeah, there's always got to be. It's always hard to trust someone whenever they say free anything.
Yeah, it's free. What's the catch?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's free. What's the catch? No catch. I don't believe you.
Why would I believe you? I've lived on this earth too long to trust humans instinctually.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Genshin Impact. You got to know there's some way they're making a lot more money than what they actually are.
Yeah.
Like you don't get a game that high quality without making money somehow.
Well, it's all backed up by the Chinese government, actually.
Oh, well, that makes more sense.
That's just that. I can't prove that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think as a human race, we're all a lot less trusting than we used to be. But
yeah.
Let's be fair, it's not unfounded at this point.
Well, the thing is that the thing on top of the human humans are at the top of the food pyramid, and that means that the only threat to humans are humans.
I guess. I don't know.
But anyway, what else we got?
Oh my gosh, I love the rail grinding. Sorry, it's just I can never compliment this game enough.
The freaking creator just comes down from heaven. Thank you for praising my game.
I mean, he deserves a lot. He deserved a lot more than he got for making this game. Like,
yep.
crazy is that he pretty much did the entire thing by himself. The only thing he really didn't do was music design.
Yeah. Because everyone has their limitations.
Right. I don't know. I find it hilarious that this guy's able to do this much in that amount of time, and yet Nintendo, with an army of 100 people plus people, can't get a functional Pokemon game out.
Well, they only got a year to make it.
I guess.
Unfortunately, that's another weakness of Nintendo versus a fan. The fan can take as long as he wants because no one's expecting it at a good time. Nintendo, get it to me now.
I think he made it in like what, 3 years?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, either way, any way you want to divide it, you got 100 people working on a game versus actually more like 100. Well, it's 100 plus people working on a game versus one guy working on a game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Divide the difference. Like even if it took him 5 years, he's still working 20 times faster than everybody else.
I guess, yeah.
Oh yeah, and it also has downward momentum. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Interesting. You run downhill, you go faster. Nice.
Well, no, basically it has like if you stomp while on a downward ramp, you'll actually pick up momentum from that.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Yes.
It is. Although now I am kind of a little bit running out of topics, but there is one other topic I did want to talk about, and that is transformations.
Yes.
I know it's not really, we're not really segueing into it, but yeah, I wanted to talk about transformations because after all, the Sonic Frontiers did just come out, and for some reason, Supersonic has never felt more hype whenever you use it.
Which is weird because in the old games, like, okay, you see him once a game, and now it's like you're seeing him like 4 times in this game. So, but it's more hype this time.
Right. So I gotta wonder, why does it feel more hype when things like Super Saiyan, you feel less and less hype every time you see it?
Well, well, that one I can explain simply because you're controlling it in this regard.
Well, okay.
You watch
Super
Saiyan. You play Supersonic.
Wait, no. I mean, you play a Super Saiyan Goku in Xenoverse and in Fighter Z.
Oh yeah, but okay then, fair enough.
I mean, personally, I think it's just like the excess amounts of transformations that they give to their characters.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of jump. I think we mentioned this before when we were talking, like in private on DMs, but a lot of jump shonen characters really just they get way too many transformations.
True.
And now even Ultra Instinct apparently is not as cool as it was.
Well, it is, but it just feels like it's been milked to death. But it's a consequence of being the new Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
We're gonna put you in all the merch.
There is a theory I kind of have about what transformation should be.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it boils down to there should be technically 2 branches of transformation for a main character. One is an uncontrollable one that he/she is afraid to use, but it ends up being a last resort in dire circumstances, and it can't really be controlled.
Superpowered rage state or something like that, yeah.
Second one would be one that's built up and hyped up over a long period of time. Well, it doesn't need to be too long, but similar to the actual Super Saiyan transformation.
Yep.
But then immediately after they use it, they kind of can't really build up to it again and for a while.
Yeah.
Give it a little time to make a return. When it does make a return, make sure it actually gets at least it changes the tide of battle.
Yes.
Maybe do that a couple times if you need to. Don't overuse it. And then lastly, have the main character return to a more base form and not or, well, actually I missed a spot. have the main character realize that the new transformation they have, this overpowered transformation, is becoming a crutch for them,
I see.
and then have them try to return to and master their original uncontrolled transformation.
I see, yeah.
Additionally, their base form.
Makes sense.
Because if you try to follow the same line as like Naruto, Dragon Ball, or even kind of One Piece, you're just going to go on the same route that they did and just have a new transformation every week that makes the first one less and less cool.
Yep.
And by proxy, they also become less cool with each transformation. I mean, nobody cared when Super Saiyan Blue dropped.
Exactly, because there was no build up to it, no hype.
Right, there was no build up, no hype, and additionally, it felt like it felt like Super Saiyan Red, but less cool.
Yeah, no fire aura.
Right, I mean, Super Saiyan Red, at least, there was not only some build up to it, but also it was something that couldn't be achieved through normal means. That was the thing that made that one unique.
Yep.
Similarly, I don't know. I don't really know too much about the One Piece transformation, so you'd probably have to be the authority on that one.
Oh god.
I don't know. What? Well, you don't want to be?
Well, I just thought I'm not much of an expert on it.
I mean, I believe you told me there's like that Luffy has like 4 different gear transformations. They're called gears, right?
Yes, they're called gears. He's got 5 of them now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're actually spaced out pretty well. It's not like he's getting a new transformation every single week.
Right. I think one thing you did mention that I did like is that there seems to be a drawback to using them.
Yes, the second gear, he has 5. I say he has 5 gears, but the first one is his base form, so it doesn't even really count at that point. The second,
okay.
His gear second is basically like a Kaioken. It's that it can increase his speed and power, but it's you're overflowing your bloodstream, so it's like when you bleed, you're gonna bleed a lot more and could bleed out.
Okay.
Gear.
So
yeah. Go on.
All right, keep going. Sorry.
Gear 3 is one where it's like he puts all of his energy into so he can make like giant fists or kicks or something like that for like a limited period of time. But once it runs out, he is going to become a tiny little chibi character for like 5 minutes or whenever he gets to build up his energy back up.
Oh, I see. So each gear has like an inverse effect whenever he's finished with it, or something like that.
Until Gear 4, which I don't know its weaknesses yet, or Gear 5's.
Okay. Right. I guess Naruto has a similar concept to it. Although I think I mentioned this in the DMs that we were talking about before.
Yeah.
He has technically 2 kind of transformation routes, which, to be fair, that is kind of in line with what I did say. Although they kind of went in the wrong direction with it, and they combined the 2 of them. Originally, he had Sage transformations and his Tailed Beast transformations.
Mm-hmm.
The Tailed Beast was really, really badass early on.
Yep.
Because it would, according to like the actual rules of it, it would only come out when he had depleted all of his stamina.
I see.
Or in his case, chakra. That's what they call it. Whenever Naruto was unable to use any more chakra because he either ran out or it was in one case it was blocked, then the red chakra, the fox chakra, would come out and essentially slightly take over his body. He would become a lot more fox-like in the early stages, but yeah, later on it would just become. It would later on just come out whenever he got really, really pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just went all downhill from there because, yeah, with Sage Mode, they had a drawback with Sage Mode before, in that he had to. It would run out fast, and he had to recharge by using his Shadow Clones. But then they just introduced the whole like Golden Fox Sage.
Yep.
Then it was pretty much just like, oh yeah, by the way, there's no drawbacks anymore.
Yep.
And now he's Jesus.
Ninja Jesus.
Ninja Jesus.
Ninja Jesus.
Yep. Yep. And they all kind of I think all the Jump animation or Jump anime kind of just suffer from the same issue with transformations.
More or less, even fucking in JoJo's, they got transformations. Like, really? Why?
Why do they even need it? I mean, they have stands.
Their
right?
stands can evolve.
Oh my word!
Because no one is safe from the anime tropes. Even Godzilla wasn't safe.
Sono no stando ne. Oh yeah, Godzilla had his magma transformation. Or no, was it? What was it?
Burning Godzilla.
Oh yeah, Burning Godzilla.
Or Fire Godzilla in the MonsterVerse, because it needed a different name, I guess.
Probably just a translation error.
A translation error, or in 2020 or 2019,
yes.
We were still making those.
Yes.
We
still do. I mean, have you seen Crunchyroll?
Well, yes, but I'm expecting decent standards.
For Godzilla?
I'd like to think that one of my favorite franchises has higher standards, even though I have very little evidence to prove that.
Yeah, although I will say, one thing I did like about the Burning Godzilla transformation is that it only stuck around for one movie.
Yes, it existed in one movie and in like every game ever.
But it doesn't count in the games because that's not canon.
Nope.
Except I like to believe that one where the Toho Godzilla meeting the legendary Godzilla was canon. I like to believe that is canon.
Oh, the game?
Yeah, in the game. Yeah, I like to believe that is canon. It's just in the future, okay?
Yeah, sure, why not? It doesn't hurt at that point.
Also, does this music sound like it's slightly ripped off from Shadow the Hedgehog?
A bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just giving people a chance to hear the music, even though we don't have no viewers.
We probably never will, except for what's his name?
Daniel Hughes.
Yeah, Daniel Hughes, or Hughes.
Huge Easy. Daniel Hugs.
Daniel Hugs.
Alright, we've been doing this for about 50-ish minutes now, 57 maybe.
Okay, we can stop in like 10 minutes, I guess. Oh shit.
Yep.
Well, I died immediately.
Well, now it's 11 minutes.
Wait, what?
Oh, now it's 11 minutes. I'm kidding. Like, you dying to take longer.
I get you. You know what? I really, you know what? I probably should have bought more combat abilities than just the regular punches and kicks.
I don't know. It seems to be working.
Yeah, I know, but it just doesn't look as cool.
Fair enough.
Additionally, I didn't buy the Reaper Jester, which I probably should have done.
Oops.
And then again, I think the Reaper mode is pretty expensive. Oh yeah, you know what's funny? The rail switching actually requires some effort than just pushing the stick a little bit to the left or the right.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? It's almost like this is exactly what we wanted out of a Sonic game. Except this isn't Sonic.
Impressive.
Well, shit. Actually, you know, have you ever heard of Freedom Planet?
Yes, I have. I even have the first game.
There's a third game?
There's a second game. I said I had the first game.
Oh, okay.
I think my Bostonian slipped.
Okay, right. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's any good because I've never played it myself, but I hear I've heard from a lot of people that it is really good.
Yeah, I played it. I played the first game. It's pretty dang fun. It's 2D Sonic with the boost formula, more or less. Each you play as one,
so,
at least in one
Sonic Rush, then, right?
More or less. But I mean, there's other characters than just the one that can boost. There's one that has a motorcycle, one that makes boxes. She sucks, but there's some cool stuff in there. It's not.
So what's like the story behind it?
Oh
like,
god.
in the game.
Oh god, I don't even know where to begin. Like, dragons are like a rare creature, and this guy wants to hunt them down and kill them all. It's like, it's one of those where it's like, you'd think it'd be something more cartoony, but it's like uber serious.
Wait, that sounds like Spyro.
Possibly. Well, yes, but no. I don't remember the story plot point for plot point. It's been a while since I played through the game. I haven't exactly gone back.
Okay. I think I get what you're saying.
I don't know.
I know that all I know is that the main character is named Sash Lilac.
Yeah, and she's part dragon.
Oh, only part dragon?
She's a part dragon or full dragon. I can't remember off the top of my head. I just know there's dragons involved, which means it's Kaiba's favorite game ever.
Okay. Okay, you know, one thing I'm noticing in the very hard mode is that the enemies are attacking way more frequently.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Stop trying to hit me. That's illegal.
You'll go to jail.
You're hitting us. Yeah, but you're hitting us. Well, yeah, it's okay for me to hit you because I'm not ugly.
No, it's okay for me to hit you because I'm the good guy. Doesn't that sound a little backwards to you? No.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. I don't know. That is a thing. Why is a hero always got to take the moral high ground?
Because they're the good guy.
Yeah, but like, it's only the visual moral high ground.
That's enough.
Like, if someone's gonna blow up the world, you got to say, should I hit them or no? Well, would hitting them make me just as bad? Probably not. I'm trying to blow up the world.
Sounds weird to me.
I don't know. I now have, I don't know why, but I suddenly just got the urge to write an SCP.
You know, and by that you mean the first 3 paragraphs, then give up.
Yeah, true. That is pretty much how I write.
Fair enough.
I will write the first 2 paragraphs of something, and then I will give up immediately.
I've been there.
I'm sorry. It's just how I am. I give up easily.
Same here. The sad fact of life.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's better. I don't know. Is it better to give up and is it better to just give up, or is it better to make something that's terrible?
I don't know.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I think a lot of people would probably say it's better to do some. It's better to fail than to
Succeed.
Oh! I literally just ran right into that like an idiot.
Let's see. Good work, genius.
Oh, come on! Although, you know, do you want to actually, you know, let me at least pitch my idea to you for like an SCP.
All right.
I don't know if I've ever I don't know if I've ever talked to you about this, but basically I would call it the reject pile.
I see.
It's basically all the like somewhat anomalous things that they found that either weren't actually anomalous and then people just thought they were, or that they found out that it was never actually anomalous to begin with and people were just stupid.
Makes sense. I think I've heard something similar.
Really? Oh well. I think we're at the point where I'm just rehashing ideas that I already came up with because, well, I've run out of originality.
That's okay. So is Hollywood. So why should we expect you to be any better?
Because I set myself to a higher standard than Hollywood.
I mean, it is the bottom of the barrel. And to be fair,
all right,
you're doing this at 10 at night. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh wait, really? Is it 10? Wait, it's 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock for you, yeah.
Nice. And it's 11 o'clock for you because you live in a place that doesn't exist.
Yes, that's right. Massachusetts.
Oh my gosh, I'm just kicking ass now.
And then you immediately get squashed by these numbnuts.
I did just jinx it, didn't I?
Yep.
I just got hit. I jinxed it. Never mind, I didn't jinx it. I'm kicking more ass.
Yeah, I thought I jinxed like the hurting missions in Frontiers, which can go die.
This is what you call hardcore mode? Bring it on! Oh yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that was easy.
Nice.
Not really, that was actually kind of hard.
Well done.
Okay, let's see. Let's. I think we've run out of talking points at this point.
Yeah.
So let's just pick an end point here.
You just end it now.
I'll tell you what. Let's do Protest City and then end it.
All right, fine.
Because this was just funny because you can do a rave party.
Everyone to the rave!
Put your hands in the air, everybody! Even though we're protesting, it feels like a rave party.
Hands in the air, rave them like just don't care.
I think it's kind of hilarious that I'm essentially a terrorist in this world.
Just because you keep killing things?
Well, yeah, I'm essentially like these guys, all these robots. Every single one of them is essentially part of the world government, and apparently most of them are alive.
Oof. Not anymore.
You're dead. You're dead. Dead from the neck up. Dead from the neck down. But that's life. Well, not for you. You're dead.
See, I would try to help you, but I'm afraid there's something wrong with you. What's that? Break. It's broken.
Whee! All right, rave party time. Boom, boom,
boom, bop, ba, boom. My head.
Yeah, just imagine. I'm just landing on all of their heads.
And then for no reason you just hear the "my leg" guy from SpongeBob.
My leg! Oh my gosh, Fred the Fish is the best character in SpongeBob.
Can't believe he got his own episode.
Yeah, he did get his own episode where I think it was called My Leg.
Of course it was.
Which, yeah. Basically, he ends up getting his leg broken like 37 times during that episode.
Yeah.
Either broken or like some other ridiculous thing happens to it.
Yep. So have to get him a robot leg or something, or get him cut off or something.
Oh yeah, you remember the robot or the mechanical butt or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was just like, who would even need that?
Apparently they would.
I don't know. I love SpongeBob logic sometimes.
Yep. Remember, the most dangerous crime in SpongeBob you could do is litter.
That's true. The cops are immediately on the scene the moment that one dude littered.
We have stranglers on the loose, and we're more worried about litterers.
Yeah.
There is literally a strangler in the lore, and they're going after the frickin' litter bug.
That is so true. I And also, didn't SpongeBob's cousin Blackjack like spend 20 years behind bars because he littered once?
Probably.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. It's just hilarious, man. It's
ridiculous.
There will never be a series like SpongeBob
Nope.
again.
Nope. No matter how much they remake it.
Yep. Although, you know, I heard recently that Tom Kenny is losing his voice.
Well, he's been doing this for years. I'm not really surprised.
Yeah. Apparently, he's like, it's not really confirmed or anything, but apparently people have pointed out that he never really does the SpongeBob laugh anymore.
True.
And if you ever actually watch him do that, he actually kind of like whacks his throat to do that. So
Yeah. I imagine whacking it did a number on him.
probably. I mean, yeah, I know what that feels like. It's just I feel really bad for the guy if that is the case, because I know what it's like to lose your voice, because obviously I've lost it before.
Same.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I've lost my voice once or twice. I've been on this earth. It's happened at least once. But anyway.
You know, someone else I know in another server recently lost her voice, and technically speaking, she made YouTube videos based off of that voice.
Really?
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you, because you can't really do that anymore now.
Nope. Everything has to be.
At least not until it gets fixed.
Yeah, everything has to be crystal clear and perfect all the time.
I didn't hear what you just said.
Yeah, we have to be crystal clear and perfect at all times. Otherwise, you sound like you're going through a gutter slut.
Yeah, I mean, it can be hard. I mean, to be fair, she was a voice actress technically. Well, I mean, are you really it's hard to tell if you're actually a voice actor or actress if you're only making YouTube videos.
Technically, I guess, and then loosely the definition of the word.
Also, this is probably my favorite part of the entire game, if I'm being serious.
The one where you're piloting a mech.
Yeah, we're piloting a machine.
As you do.
Yeah.
Shooting down the criminal scum.
Oh wait, that is not what I meant to do. I did not mean to get out. Ah!
Whoops.
Wait, how do I descend? Oh, that's how I descend.
Go down.
Go down! I want to go down! Can you imagine I'm just imagining little Karibo's Yama Yugi piloting a helicopter. Go down! I say go down!
Oh, we are so high up. I'll call in the Winged Dragon, Guardian of Fortress number 1.
Wait, why are you not going down?
I told you, go down on me. I only just started paying attention. What did you say?
Can you imagine if Seto actually? Do you remember when Seto Kaiba did like played against his own AI in Abridged?
I think so. Yeah.
And then the machine's like, and then he's like, "Wait, machine, why are you not following the rules?" And it says, "I determined with my own, or I use my analytics to determine that there is no such game that could ever be so convoluted. So I deleted all of the rules from my programming."
Oh, that was a mistake. I think I remember that too, though. Yeah, I kind of wish that came back.
Yeah. I don't know. The rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! Did get really complicated. But actually, they've always been complicated.
Yep.
Maybe that's why we love it so much.
Maybe. Possible.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to stop, don't you?
I think so too. Yeah.
Oh, reaching the end of the game, and maybe this time people will actually watch the stream.
Maybe. We don't know yet.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we hope you enjoyed this time at the AceJimL8 Podcast. Agreed.
Thank you for being here.
Yes. Thank you all for being here. Except none of you are actually here, so screw all of you. No, for real. We love all of you. We love all 10 of you that are subscribed to us and all 30-ish people that actually watch.
Heck yeah.
Except you're probably all bots. No, I'm just kidding.
I know I am. What?
Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's right. You're from Massachusetts.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Later.
I think that's. Yeah. I think.